Okay, great. I'm going to try a live stream here to the Futures on Fire channel. So good evening, speculators. It's Rod, Futures on Fire, TDG, and the Traders Dev Group. We make software and strategies for active traders and self-directed investors. Going to do some weekly prep tonight, taking a look at some of the futures markets, get ready for the week ahead, and also sort of get into the live streaming environment, which I want to do a little bit more here on YouTube. So we're taking a look at a 2-hour chart. We're going to rip through some futures charts tonight, and let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply the 233 EMA, which is this the green line here. That's going to give us our trend, and then I'm going to apply the extreme turn, just so I have the extreme turn on here for reference. All right, so S&P, pretty simple, bull continuation pattern, obviously in a nice uptrend. Decent separation from the T-line right here, so we're going to continue to favor longs on pullbacks. The range has been a little compressed in the S&P. What I also like to do is just keep a very, very simple fib retracement. I'll just draw it from somewhere like here to up to this level right here, and that's going to give us 32.75. You can see that's has some structure relevance if you look left. I'll come over here and draw my little rectangle guy on here, and then that becomes basically our bid zone. So if you're more of a swing trader, you're looking for pullbacks, you got a decent room to fall from about the 33.50s where we're trading right now. The pattern has been the same in the opening Sunday evening for a couple weeks now, where the low print of the Sunday open is really the low print of the whole week, especially has been on the Nasdaq. So we'll see if that holds. We did open down, sold off about 10-15 handles, or maybe 60 in the Nasdaq, and then firmed up, and now we're moving higher, and you can see we're basically green here. So our level is going to be about 32.72 for some pullbacks in the S&P, and T-line sitting here at 32.48. Probably you could draw in a little line here at 33.23, a little line. You could draw in a horizontal line here at 33.23s. Look for a break below that to be the signal to potentially get short for this move down here to your bid zone again, which is in 32.75-ish kind of area. Taking a look at the Nasdaq on the 2-hour, it's been tricky shorting the Nasdaq anywhere in here. Obviously, it's been very strong for quite a while. But if you go to a 2-hour time frame, the extreme turn sells have been working out pretty well. Put one in here, no pain trade from 255. Nice sell off there, sell off here, sell here back to T-line. This buy gave you some heat, but did end up working. This sell is a cluster sell that we talk about a lot, not necessarily a sell that I like to take. This extreme turn buy is probably the one that certainly failed. But anyway, the extreme turn's working pretty well here on the Nasdaq. If you're patient on like a 2-hour or 4-hour, it's been really letting us down on 30-minute and 60-minute time frames as the markets just continued to remain in very trending conditions. ADX on the upside, and then of course ADX plus 25, RSI 5 or 3 period, very overbought, but it's been digesting those overbought conditions. So we switched to a 2-hour. Same exercise here that I like to do. I'm going to come over to my fib retracement. In this case, I'm just going to pick this area here. There is a little bit of art and science in this, and that gets us also, it's no surprise these fibs matter. 10,908. So I'll do the same thing here. Put in my my rectangle here, and just know that this is kind of going to be my bid zone and pullbacks. I could really use a break below 11,000. I do have a small short position in the micros currently as well. Dow Jones I won't spend as much time on here. T-line is sitting here at 26,560. You can see no extreme turn sells on this whole move up. By the way, no extreme turn sells on this whole move up here on the S&P as well. So this has been a nice sort of slow, methodical move higher. Let's do, though, draw in our potential fib retracement level. And by the way, I can just hit Alt F. I don't have to keep doing that. But come over here, and we got 26,810. So we'll think about the 26,810s. Now, Russell, really nice bull continuation pattern, and is starting to play catch up here. So separation from the T-line is pretty extensive. So I would probably favor looking for small retracements, 10, 15, 20 point retracements. You got a level here, probably this breakout level 1533, that becomes interesting. Same exercise. Now I'll do it correctly. So just get Alt F, come in here from this, Alt F, boom. That should work. There we go. gives us this breakout level here, which is perfect. 15-15s, basically 15-15s. That's going to be the area that I'm interested in as a bid zone. That would be extended targets on a break probably below 1550. You could look for pullbacks all the way here to 1550 as your first buy area. And again, if you're really patient, then you wait for pullbacks all the way back here to T-line, which is, it would actually be a break below 1500. However, I expect this market to continue to work its way higher as, again, it plays some catch up, and we begin to see, of course, the moving average, which again is the T-line, 233 EMA. You can apply it to any chart. It's a great trend filter. You can use it on any time frame. We use it on every time frame: 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 60, 120, 240 daily, weekly. You get the idea. 233 EMA is our trend filter. So bull continuation pattern in all the stock indices. Now let's go to the market that I'm having the most success and enjoying trading, because it's been very sleepy in the summertime and it's giving us nice scalping opportunities. First, let's look at the US 10-year yield. So if you're not familiar with these markets, it's going to be the yield, of course, is going to be exactly inversely correlated with the actual 10-year bond, which is the ZN on some. It's also the TY is the symbol on other charting packages. So if you come back here and look at this perfect touch of rates at about 628, okay, 628, 62 bips. Okay, a little more than half of 1% for a 10-year yield. That's what you get for giving your money to the government for 10 years. We had this extreme trend sell right at the T-line. It doesn't get any better than that, and it'll be perfectly inversely correlated. So what would happen is, if you hit the ZN right here, you're going to see, boom, there's your buy right there. So beautiful, nice buy here on the ZN back there. Now we can trade the hard right edge of the chart. For those who are members of Futures on Fire, and by the way, you can always check the description below for plenty of links to find out how you can learn more about TDG, Futures on Fire, and what we do here. I would encourage you to take a look at that if some of this is starting to resonate with you. I'd also ask that when the stream is done, you hit the like and subscribe button. If you're newer to the channel, you'll be updated when we're streaming and when we're providing content on the channel. All right, so what we got going on here is also a bull continuation pattern. However, I'm looking for a break of this to actually get a little bit more short, and I've been selling every single rally that we've had across the interest rate complex and the ZN, the ZB, ZF, just about everything. And as you can see here, this extreme term buy, what a tremendous winner. Winner here, winner here, winner here, and now we'll see. We have a buy signal right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll see here. But 4 for 4 on just being patient, 2 hour. Using the extreme turn. If you're not familiar with extreme turn, again, you can look for the description below. It's a combination of ADX as well as RSI. It is a proprietary indicator, but for members of the TDG group, we make it very accessible, very affordable, and you can find out more about how you can get involved if you'd like by checking the description below here on YouTube if you're watching this video on YouTube. All right, crude oil I'm not going to touch on tonight, but I do want to take a look at natural gas. Natural gas has been on quite a tear, and let me just come in here and draw my the fib on here and come into this swing high that we got going on there. So now this particular level of just about 2, it's nice that it's a sort of round number of 2, doesn't really have any structural relevance because we just broke out from about the 191s, 192s in here. So we just broke out. If you look at natural gas though on a higher time frame, it's really setting up as a market that looks like it's put in a nice rounding bottom, and it's a market that I would want to probably build long positions and swing long positions in. So not a lot of opportunity here on the 2 hour for me right now. If anything, probably looking for a little bit of fading if these 230s are not breached. But it is probably, of all the markets that we're trading, the one that sets up the best for a longer term long, given the fact that stock indices have already run so much on a risk-reward basis. Natural gas setting up nicely for potential longs. 6A, also bull continuation pattern. Not a whole lot going on there. 6B, same thing, bull continuation pattern. So you can, if you're a currency trader, you can go through the same exercise. By the way, when I do this where I hit Alt F and just pick a level, for me here it's kind of this level. All I've done is just eliminate all the other levels and just put in the 50% retracement. Keep it extremely, we call this a Z pattern, and the Z pattern provides really nice levels. It sort of gives you a higher time frame look at where the markets can potentially go. And whenever we have confluence here between a particular level and some structure, in this case we don't necessarily have any structure to reference, but we do have the T line here, the 233 EMA that comes in around 29.25. So again, just two indicators on this chart, as well as drawing some fibs, give you a nice sort of sense of how you can play out the week. So let's just rip through it again. We know that our bid zone here on the S&P is going to be about 32.72, bull continuation pattern. So again, narrower ranges right now, but probably do favor longs in this market. It's everybody and their mother, sister, brother, nieces, nephews is all looking for a retest of all-time highs on the SPY, SPX, all those markets to play catch up with the Nasdaq, which are already broken out. When everyone's looking for the same thing, it doesn't always work out exactly like you'd expect it to, but markets are pretty strong here, so it's probably a good chance that we go up there and test that. But after that, you look for some pullbacks here, again, to T-line in these levels. So I won't go through everything again, but that's kind of what we got going on for this week. I'll post this to, well, you're probably either watching it on YouTube. If you're seeing it somewhere else, there should be a link somewhere on the page where you can find out a little bit more about Futures on Fire and the Traders Dev Group, where we do trade predominantly futures for daily income, and we use the exact same charting methodology and the same very simple and approachable indicators to give us setups signals in stocks, futures, forex, as well as even crypto. To give you a quick example of a trade that's been working out extremely well, it's actually Bank of America, and on the 2-hour you can see we haven't gotten any buy signals in here, but if you switch to the 30 and the 60, there has been, I've been trading it off the 60 actually here, and I love these buy signals right on the T line, okay? And we've been trading basically the 25 and 24 August calls, and have had 3 or 4 doubles now in these very, very simple, just directional calls, debit only, not even doing any spreads, nothing fancy, very, very easy, very, very approachable. And again, just using this T line as reference. So we're getting a little overheated here now, kind of waiting for an extreme turn sell condition to potentially sell some additional upside calls against our only 25% of our long call position left that we have, which is the 25 calls right here in this strike right here. We've been paying between 50 and 70 cents for them. We've been selling them at 85 a dollar. Just unloaded a bunch of them last week on Friday, actually. Finally a little catch up from the banks. Unloaded, I think at $1.30 was our last exit on those. All right, we'll leave it there for tonight. Hopefully this stream worked, because I didn't even test it before I got going. And I don't watch it on YouTube, so if anyone is watching this and there was any comments, I'll try to respond to those afterwards. But please do hit the like, subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Helps out the channel a lot, allows us to continue to bring this type of market analysis to a greater audience and get people familiar with what I think is the best day trading instruments out there, which are the futures. By the way, if you want to learn a little bit more about some of the benefits, if you happen to be a stock or ETF trader, you can go to CME Active Trader, I believe, activetrader.cme right there, something like that. Hopefully that's gonna, there we go. activetrader.cmegroup.com, and there's a lot of great information here on getting introduced to the futures markets and some of the benefits of trading the futures markets if you're not familiar with them. Or just subscribe to the Futures on Fire channel. We'll do a good job of letting you know the benefits of futures as well. All right, my name is Rod. Happy Sunday evening. Hope you had a nice weekend. Stay green, trade like you mean it. We'll see you at the next update. Thanks.